Does your schedule prioritize over God's will? How about this one? Does your schedule prioritize God's will? I'm amazed because it's not fair, it's not right, but our community does it. Our community finds every kid's event and purposely scheduled it during church times. I've seen it again and again and again and again, just to see what's going to happen. And oh man, how I've seen how our community just responds to that. Now again, I'm not saying, well, I will say that you should actually have priority of God over all those other things. If you can't prioritize God over those other things are your God. Be careful. It's a slippery slope. It's seductive how the enemy will get you to value everything else above being in the Lord's presence. And you know, what if Peter decided, God, that's a great vision. I'll worry about that some other time because I've got to get back to the church in Jerusalem. What would have happened to Cornelius? One, I will tell you that God still would have got a hold of him, but the church would have been missing one of the most important lessons that God was trying to show the church, which is that he's exploding revival beyond their community. And man, you watch. If you make time for God, watch this. Put it on your calendar. Find a place to prioritize for God above everything else and watch how many things try and take hold of that time. You will find people coming out of the woodwork. Oh, can you meet me at this time? I love this. When you set aside time to pray and even to fast, it is amazing how many people come out of the woodwork. Hey, you want to go lunch? You can tell when I pray and fast. Anyway, you want to go to lunch? You want to go to dinner? Hey, we got this event. We got this thing going. Church, it will always be there. There will always be competition. The enemy will always try and get you to go after something else. And when we say, hey, we're gonna table our time with God because this thing is really interesting, we're always making the wrong choice. And we are missing out on what God can show. I'm telling you, you put God at the forefront and everything else will find its place in your life.